been like a week since I uploaded a video. I got the phone flipped around the other way so I can charge, so I'm gonna keep looking over here because I'm used to it being on the other side. So it's been a week, and like, I don't know, I had this video more organized in my head, but I don't know, I was kind of irritated. I was trying to put these contacts in. The past couple times that I've been putting them in, recently they've been fine. Before, I didn't really have as much time to like really practice with them, so it was more difficult. The heck? What the fuck? I didn't realize these pants were this dirty. I wore them to work yesterday, but I didn't. They weren't supposed to be that darn dirty. I don't even know how. Anyway, so this is a great start to the video, but I don't remember the last thing I talked about in my video. But really, it's just been interesting at most emotionally, because an incident had happened, and I think that was the catalyst to me starting to feel the way that I was feeling about everything for a little bit. Basically, I've talked about this before, how I've had interactions with two of my female friends' boyfriends because of the fact that they felt like they had to check me for whatever reason. So another incident like that happened, but this time it was more disrespectful. I didn't like the situation, and it came out of nowhere because I just went to the bathroom. Like, I commented on my friend's post maybe a couple days before he decided to DM me, but I commented on it, and it's like, this is somebody I've known since middle school, so somebody that I don't even know or care about. Like, you have no business telling me what to do. But that's besides the point. And I basically was saying something like how good she looked, because I remember there was a time that she wasn't really that comfortable in front of the camera. So I'm saying, you look good, keep it up, basically. And I probably put hard eyes on it. But it's like, I don't like anybody. So like, just little simple stuff like that, I don't look at it as like, oh, I'm trying to steal somebody's girl. Because if that's how I'm going to do, I'm going to be way smoother than that, trust me. Like, I don't talk to people, but when I want to, I can be better than that. Like, that's basically just me saying something just to say something as a friend to support you. So that's why I thought it was dumb. And also, said friend didn't say anything about the comment or replied to the comment or whatever. So I'm like, alright. I've commented twice on some of her stuff recently. It's like, she hasn't responded or really acknowledged it. So I'm like, that just shows me I don't need to say anything. So I'm like, alright, whatever. I've already come to that conclusion. Then this dude DMs me and tells me to stop commenting under her pictures, and if I got some what does he say? I got some beef or whatever, to let him know. And I'm like, dude, I'm her friend. That's how I commented. I'm not trying to disrespect you. Then he proceeded to say he don't care about all that in some half paragraph, and I was like, whatever, bro. And like, I was hot because it's like, I'm tired of this situation happening. Like, this is I commented on her picture a couple of days ago. She hasn't said anything to me about it. She hasn't told me stop commenting under my pics, my boyfriend doesn't like that, or he's not gonna like it, or whatever, leave me alone. Nothing like that. So I came to that conclusion on my own because of the lack of response that I got. So for him to DM me about somebody that I don't even want and I don't even talk to, like the only time I would even say anything to her is when I would comment on these posts. And it's like each situation that I done dealt with this in, I'm like the least favorable variable for you to even worry about. Like, I'm not in her DMs. I don't text her on the low. Like, what are you getting out of telling me not to comment? So I was already mad, and I was trying to be respectful because that's who I am. I respect people who don't necessarily deserve respect, or at least I try to give them respect, because I don't want to just come snapping for no reason. So when he still proceeded to try and disrespect me, I just got mad. So I was like, whatever, like, what are you getting out of this? I'm not getting anything out of wasting my time responding to you, so whatever, this should be it. Then you just say, don't talk big, little nigga. How? I said whatever because you're wasting my time. So I just blocked him. And ever since that situation, it got me mad because it's like I'm tired of people disrespecting me for what? Like, as much respect as I try to give people, and as much as I try to look out for people, and as much as I try to help out people, when I'm still like figuring stuff out for myself, that really frustrates me. Because I think like a day before that, I was trying to help this lady with this catering, and I was asking other people information because I didn't have all the information, but I still got her the right information. And she said, not to be rude, but could you get somebody that knows more? And it's just like that felt like a slap in the face, because it's like I'm trying to help you as best as I can. And I was still right. She still ended up going with what it was that I told her about in the first place. So what difference did it make? It literally took 2 more minutes of somebody that knew a little bit more when I already started guiding you on that path that you needed to go on. So that, and then this situation, it really left me feeling very angry, because I just don't get why I would be dealing with this type of stuff. So I kind of went through a period where I was just like, man, I can't really like look at people the same. I started thinking about all these different situations that done happened in the past, and then I started thinking about, my part, because you can only analyze this just situation so much from what other people have done to you, and then you start thinking about, well, what have I done to allow these type of situations to happen? And I done thought so much about what other people did that looking at it from what I did and what I could have did better was definitely something that I could expand upon a lot more. So I spent a lot of time thinking about that, and I kind of started cutting myself off. And it was like I was trying to separate myself from people because I had a lot of distrust and dislike for people, and I didn't want to deal with certain things. And that translated with me dealing with certain people a certain type of way. And one such person I've always kind of butted heads with when I'm like this, because a lot of times I feel like it's better for me to just separate myself from her, just because of experiences like when I'm in a decent mood compared to when I'm not, and it doesn't get any better dealing with her when I'm not. So we had a conversation, and I don't remember how we got on this topic, but I think she said something about how we don't talk anymore or something, or I mentioned we don't talk anymore. And I was like, it's because you assume things about me and you separate yourself from me instead of just having a simple conversation that could easily remedy any doubts you might have about me. And we talked about it a little bit. But no, I told her that I can tell that she doesn't really like F with me like that. And she was like, how do you know that? And I was like, because of how you treat everybody else. Like, I've seen how she is with other people. And she was like, we just didn't get a chance to sit down and talk like we used to. And I was thinking, like, we don't have to sit down and talk. I have full conversations with everybody who's willing to have a full conversation with me in the time span that we work. One of my other friends, I have deep conversations with her, and the only time I can talk to her is at work. So I just knew, because I saw how she would go out of her way to talk to other people. So I was like, you don't, like, I can tell, like, I know, I'm peeping the signs. That was another thing. I was peeping a lot of things that just didn't add up to me because I was already in a just distrustful mood. And, we didn't really get to talk much about it because she stopped talking to me again because she had asked me a question, and my initial thought was, why do you need to know the answer to this question? Because it's always something more behind certain things. Like, you can tell when somebody's just trying to get some information out of you. So that's how I looked at it. And it was a simple yeah, but I was like, why? And she was like, and this is why I don't talk to you. And I was like, this is why I distance myself from you. And I was like, and this is what I'm talking about when it comes to not having proper conversation. Because I simply asked you why, and we could have talked about it from there. It wasn't a why, like, leave me alone why. It was a why, like, what are you getting out of this? So I was just like, whatever. Didn't really talk to her. The next day, she had brought it back up, but she said she came to a conclusion. So I'm like, what did you come to? And she told me that I was sensitive to her jokes. And I was like, there was nothing about your jokes that I even mentioned. I was talking about the fact that I can tell who you put effort into, and you don't talk to me because you feel like I don't want to be talked to. Which a lot of times, yeah, but it's like, even when I don't feel like having people talk to me, when people talk to me, I try to be genuinely nice to them. And people can tell by how I act, because I don't really try to hide it anymore. Because it's like, what's the point? If I don't feel good, I don't feel good. It's like, I can talk to them if they generally, like, ask. Like, I keep my distance from people because I feel like if somebody wants to talk to me about something, they're going to. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to ask you what's wrong unless I really feel like it's something you really need to talk about. Otherwise, I'm going to just let it be. That's what I've been learning to do. And it's like, the problem with me and her relationship is that I don't feel like she's ever really going to understand me. Like, I feel like no matter what, she's going to find a flaw in something I do. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I see a lot of flaws in everything that I do. Well, I saw a lot of flaws in everything I do. Now I don't really care. But when she said that I was sensitive, it was like, that's not even the main topic of discussion for the conversation that I'm trying to have with you. And I've already gone through my head all the different reasons why I could be wrong in the first place. I don't need another outside factor trying to tell me that I'm wrong. I already know that I've been wrong. So I apologized to her at the end, because I was thinking about it, and it's like, nothing matters. Like, when you really look at life and look at all the things that you've tripped about, well, in my personal experience, when you look at all the things that you tripped about, I trip about a lot of stuff for no reason, and it's like, I hate having done that, because it's like, I've wasted so much time just being upset for nothing. Like, I'm not living my best life any more than I was just because I'm not tripping over anything anymore. It's just, life is, it's not really better, it's just I don't care. Like, a lot of things I tripped about don't matter. A lot of things I see other people trip about don't matter. Nothing in this life really matters when it comes to other people. It's like, I hate having been so worried about other people. Like, the only thing I've ever needed to worry about was myself. Like, I like people. I have people that I can genuinely be around and be happy with. But a lot of problems that I see in people with just the way they deal with things and how they think about things, because I'm very analytical. I study people a lot. And this is just like, you can't tell people that they're tripping over nothing all the time, because one good thing me feeling like this is at least I still understand why somebody might feel a certain type of way. And even though I understand that, I still think it's not nothing to trip about, because it's like there's certain important things in life and certain like times where things are really important, but a lot of it just feels like teenage drama, if I'm being honest with you. So that's why I apologized to her, because I was like, this doesn't matter. It's like, I'm not getting anything out of being upset. It's like, I'm going over all these different things in my head for what? Like, no matter what, people are going to do what they want. People are going to disrespect me regardless. And I can choose to accept that. I can disrespect them back, or I can correct them when the time comes. Either way, there's no point in harping over it. It's like, I'm not gonna be petty. Like, ever since he DM'd me, I did want to be petty. Just because I blocked him, he's not gonna be able to say anything to me. But it's like, that's so unnecessary. Why would I go out of my way to make somebody else upset? Why would I go out of my way to make somebody else, or to think about somebody else in a way that's not flattering for themselves? Why would I go out of my way to waste time worrying about other people and what they got going on? Like, my biggest problem is that people were more worried about me than their own situation. Like, it's not me you have to worry about. Look at yourself and see what's wrong with you, that you have to even decide to come at me any type of way other than respectful, because that's all I've ever been to people. At least that's all I ever try to be with people. I'm not going to sit here and say I've been absolutely angelic all my life, because I haven't. And when I don't feel good, I'm more rude than when I do feel good. And it's like, I don't really feel bad for it anymore, because like, sometimes you just want to be left alone, and some people aren't going to get that until you just snap at them. It's another thing with her. She picks bad times to be around me when I already don't feel good as it is. This was supposed to be a more positive video, but just like thinking about different things, I'm just like, I'm not in a negative headspace or anything. It's just like, so many things just don't matter. That it's frustrating, because I've dealt with overthinking everything so much where it matters more in my head than it really matters in life. And that's been aggravating, because it's like, I could have spent so much time and energy doing something else, or putting forth to myself. Like, I'm the most important thing in my life. And as selfish as that may sound, I have to be selfish. I'm tired of looking out for other people when at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want. Like, I can't look at it as it's this person, I've done a good thing to this person, so they're going to do a good thing back for me. I did a good thing because I wanted to, no more, no less, that's it. And like, that's the biggest thing I've struggled with so far, is just letting everything go. Because I've always been worried about something. I mentioned this before in another video when I was talking about how when I initially stopped worrying about people's problems, specifically that one's friend's problems, and it was like, I felt empty. It's because I wasn't like focusing on what was important. I didn't have anything to worry about, so I was worried about not worrying about anything, because that's all I knew. And now it's just like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm very analytical when it comes to everything around me, but I don't get attached to it. Like, I just understand that it is what it is and let things be in the universe. And I'm, like I said, I'm not really in a negative headspace, but I'm not necessarily in a positive headspace. I'm kind of neutral. And I think that's the best state to be in when you've been too much of one thing for so long. And that's where I've been at for the past couple days. I've been trying to understand myself, like, to the full capacity that I can, as well as the world around me. And I want to get back to a good physical, mental, well, I can't say get back to, because I don't remember a time of me having a good mental and physical, like, connection with myself. Like, I'm pretty good in the mental, but the physical I'm still working on, because I feel like there's things that I want to work on, and I feel like I need a better connection with myself. Like, I have to be in control of everything around me. Well, everything, like this body, everything that's connected to my person, I have to be in more control of. Like, all these outside factors, this bed, this phone, this tripod, everything around me, I don't have to be in control of that. It's gonna do what it does. But I have to be in control of everything I can be in control of. Like, everything else is fleeting, and it goes by its own natural flow and its own natural course. And when I was talking to my friend, she was saying, you know, you have to trust me more, you have to relax. And I've been more relaxed because I've, like, letting go of a lot of attachments. And she was right. I do have to trust her. I have to trust that no matter how I may feel, she's gonna be who she is. If I can trust anything in this universe, it's the fact that people are gonna be who they are. They're gonna act on their own accord, and you can expect nothing less from them, because we're all people ruled by something in our life. For me, it's been emotion up until this point. And for other people, it might be certain type of emotion, love, lust, food, something. We've all been in control. We've all been controlled by something. And I've been getting to that point where I just want to be in control of myself. I've let a lot of things flow where they shouldn't flow. And I just want to get back to my own, like, flow, if that makes sense. So I'm just working on that. There's, like, one thing that I feel like I still need to work on, and that is my lust. I don't really talk about this because it's like there's really no point, but it's like that is the only thing that it's funny to me, because when I do let go of everything and I'm not attached to anything, that is the only thing that's still there. And I feel like it's because I don't have as much control over it. Like, I haven't had sex, so it's not like I'm just going around just having sex with anything. And at this point, I really don't think, I think by the time I do have sex, I'm gonna be in control. I feel like that's why I haven't had it yet, because the one time I could, I was out of control, and it didn't do it, and it benefited the both of us better than if I would have done it. So I think that has been one thing, one challenge that I need to work on, because it's like I don't want anything negative to happen as a result of me giving in to temptations. I think Dad's home. So that's why I feel like that's the one thing I need to work on. And I feel like I said, I'm good mentally. I have a great understanding of myself and a pretty good understanding of things around me. I just have to get back right with the physical. And when I work these two together, that I'm in control of myself and my body, which is the one thing I know I need to work on. If I want to do martial arts, I have to be more in control of my body so it would do what I wanted to do when I needed to do. So, that's why I've been thinking about that. But I feel like once I get to that point where I'm really in control of, like, not only just my body itself, but what I intake, like the food I eat, what I consume, drinking more water and whatnot. Once I get in control of that, I think I'll be a lot better. So, we'll see. I think that pretty much sums up everything I had to say. It kind of just flew out. Like, I wasn't expecting, well, I didn't even really know what to think. But, yeah. And I've been good. Like, don't let the mood of this video fool you. I have been good. I was pretty confident yesterday on having these contacts in successfully outside of the house. So I felt good. I still feel good. It's just, this is one of those down days where it just takes some time to really reevaluate everything in my life. It's the first real break that I've gotten. So this has just been an accumulation of all my thoughts up to this point. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you maybe next week. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's it. I'm out.